Listen, copyrights are very important, but what about the right to copy? You know, that's nothing. Good afternoon from the Reading Public Museum. So this is super close to home. It's in Reading, Pennsylvania, and I haven't been here in like 15 years. I think I've always thought of it as outdated and maybe not as big of a museum and worth it. We're gonna go check it out right now. Tickets, I know, are $10. The planetarium's separate. It does have a planetarium. It's actually right there. And that is, I believe, $8. So we're gonna be checking out as much as we can. And I'd like to change my mindset that it's outdated. So let's go check it out. So they do have free parking here. So luckily, you know, we're not gonna have any issues with that. I promise at some point I'll stop joking about the parking issue, but as long as my anxiety goes, my defense mechanism will also be here. So one thing that sets apart the Reading Public Museum, I would say, from other museums is their outdoor art. They do have a lot of it. This is from Carol Krieger Davidson. You can see right there. And it's called Troy. You know, looks like a Troy, I guess. Yeah, so I'm not sure how busy it's going to be. Also, I really don't know what the mask situation is going to be. I know they were very, very strict, and then the CDC changed its mind, so I have no idea. So we may need a mask. If so, got it right here. But this one is called Column Series 5. That's very, very cool. You know, what is this called? Turning. Interesting. It's very odd looking, I'll be honest. But, you know, cool. So also attached with this, as well as the planetarium, they have like a huge walkway over there. They just have a huge area. Hey, look at that. It's our good old friend Van Gogh. What's he painting today? Hopefully it's not an original Van Gogh. It's gonna get wet out here. There's art all over the place, and like just the whole area is beautiful. I mean, if there is a best part of Reading, it's definitely in this area. And this is pretty cool. These are roots. It's called bronze root. I wonder if this is actual roots or if he just made it into the look of roots. That's very, very cool though. Very cool statue right here, almost lifelike. And right now they do have an exhibit for Katharine Hepburn. You know, I'm not a crazy Katharine Hepburn fan, but I know who she is, so we can check that out. As well as some like 2 centuries of American landscape painting. So that will probably be cool. I'm a big fan of paintings. So I'm on the way back to the car, actually. I have to return this and I'm still shocked. I'm still processing, but there is no video allowed in the museum. The reason they say there's no video allowed is because the flash will damage the art. Got it completely. So I said, okay, how about no flash on the video? And they go, the video will still mess up the art. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. So I'm gonna put this in, and I guess we're gonna be doing pictures the whole time. So let's go. All right, just got out. It's gonna be a hot take, but I think just to make sure I'm not being pumped up or petty, I'm gonna not say anything for a second, and I'm gonna record a little later, which will be instantly for you guys. But just to be clear, it's not coming right out hot off the press. So I will see you in a few seconds. Okay, so I've had some time to cool down. I think I was in the mindset right away where I was like, don't support this museum, you know, and that was when I was coming out to return the gimbal. And I was just like, you know, this isn't a great experience for me already. And it just didn't make any sense the way that they were explaining things. And I still hold true to that. But I've actually sort of changed my mind on why I think you should go to the museum. And I guess I will start with that. So I think the museum is worth it because
I think their exhibits are on point, like awesome and incredible and just fun. Like, I think if you brought your family or even if you went by yourself, I think it would be a home run. You'd have an amazing time. You know, you'd get to see so much stuff and experience all of it, and you would just be all over that, I think, personally. I mean, the Lego exhibit was awesome. Then the paintings, that was so cool. You know, I'm a big fan of paintings and art, but it was just like an open room, and you could go and experience all of that. Um, you know, I mean, the Hepburn area, like, that was just so cool. I mean, some of the paintings were weird, like the money shooting out of the butts. I didn't really understand that, but you know, that's art is subjective, I guess. But I just thought the exhibits were really, really awesome. So I think they did those perfectly, if I'm being honest. I think if you just went for that, I mean, they had a live mummy. Well, it was dead, but, you know, an actual mummy. And it's like, that's cool. You know, you don't get to see that every day. And they don't talk about that on the website at all, which was odd. Like, I was shocked they had it. And I looked over that website top to bottom. You know, they did have the mask mandate inside, you know, so you had to wear it the entire time, which is fine. That's what their rules are. That's what their rules are. What I think I have a big problem with is the fact that they call themselves a public museum. And, I mean, fine, you know, calling yourself a public museum, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, when we're talking about Flash, I agree with you. I'm behind you 1,000%. Flash degrades, you know, artwork and fossils and stuff like that very, very quickly. So I get that, especially if it's happening all the time. But when you're talking about that video without Flash degrades, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So I think it could be that, you know, they have private owners of some of, you know, what they have that come in and they say, hey, I'd like to show this off, but no videos are allowed. And they go, okay. Me personally, if I was on the board or if they have a board, I would go, no, then we're not going to showcase your art. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, imagine I bought the Titanic and didn't let anybody go down there anymore. I believe the Titanic is owned by a country, actually, or it's owned by someone. Somebody owns it still. But imagine if they're just like, nobody's allowed to see it. I don't care. Like, that would honestly, in my mind, be like a crime that you wouldn't let anybody see it. I don't know that, you know, some of this artwork is new and beautiful. I don't know that it's necessarily a crime. I think it's robbing people of being able to share those moments with their family. And I think that's really bad, in my opinion, really, really bad. But, no, I don't think it's criminal or anything. I just think it's dumb. So, I mean, and that's my own personal opinion. But, you know, even with all that, the exhibits really stood out as what was awesome. I just wish, you know, if you bring your family, which you totally should, it stinks you won't be able to record any of that. You know, I talked to a couple of people who, you know, they started recording something. I went over and I was like, hey, listen, I was told very specifically that they will kick you out. I mean, when I first walked into the place, like, and I had my camera, people ran around and they were like, no, you can't videotape anything. It's like, okay, I don't understand. Like, what have they told you that I'm going to videotape or that's going to happen if I videotape? Like, it was if I had a bomb or something. Everybody was fearful for their lives. Ugh. So I don't know. But it was a good experience, I think, just to be able to see anything. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, what I was able to show you. And, you know, I just thank you guys so much for watching. And I guess we'll have to see where we're at next week. See you later.